Alright guys, so today in Anime Rangers X, I'm gonna talk to you guys about new meta units that you should be going for, that you are questioning what units you should get. Just honorable mention, all the units, Denji, Ichigo, Unohana, they're all good. Keep them on your team if you have them, so let's get to it. So number one is gonna be Eto. Eto is still number one, even though her nerf came in, she got a whole passive rework. She could be interchanged with Aizen. Eto does have a passive where she can shield your units if they're below 50% HP and give them a damage boost once per life. She reapplies bleed if it's on the same unit and it's capped out at 300%. She does a certain amount of tick damage per enemy in her range. She increases her damage at max upgrade and she buffs her damage. And her final ability allows her now to do more ability damage and buff her own damage, but it only counts once per life. So Eto is still at number one, can be interchanged. So next up is Aizen. Aizen has a new rework allowing him to do slow, deal 5 times more damage if an enemy is in his range. He has a whole knockback damage passive, and his ultimate ability buffs your units. It deals damage to every single enemy on the map, which is actually insane. Eto and Aizen could be interchangeable. Next up, Virtual Sniper. Virtual Sniper, the third best meta and DPS unit in the game because she deals 1% more damage per enemy out of her range. She has 2 weaponry that she uses. It depends on her range. One deals more damage and the other can decrease ability damage and your actual damage. And her ultimate ability allows her to do more damage in her first weapon mode and its line AoE. Her build is going to be built around the new gear because of increasing her crit damage as well. And onto that, we're going to move to Johnny, aka Fingernail Saint, had an incredible meta change because of the new gear. It allowed him to buff his crit damage and crit chance in the game. So Johnny has moved up to 4th best DPS in the game. It's going to be a late game meta change because you need the new gear. Kirito. Now Kirito is a really good unit because of his passive allowing him to deal more damage per enemy that he kills, and he has to stay alive for a certain amount of time. Also, he'll do a set amount of damage. If Asuna is in his team with him on map, he will do another attack, so he will do multi-attack. Ultimate ability allows him to buff himself, which is insanely good because it increases crit damage, his crit chance, which makes him an insanely meta DPS unit and meta unit in the game. This does not change the fact about Ichigo, Unohana, all the rest of the units. These are just all the top meta units currently that got pushed up and new meta units that have just dropped. I hope this helps you guys out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.